Hello, welcome to Frank's School. This is the 107th day of the 6th year. Sixth video of a series of, I think it will be 8, where I'm covering the state of the school in the year 2017. Although actually it is now 2018. This is New Year's Day. My family doesn't celebrate it we just don't celebrate holidays like that much. Anyway, I'm going to call this the elephant in the room and horse. Well, what I mean by the elephant in the room is that with what I'm doing, I mention it now and then, but it's really such a big thing. And that is that I'm working almost entirely alone. All the stuff that I'm doing, all the stuff that I say could be done, and what is being started and all that, fine, but I'm alone. Where is everybody else? You know, I don't think I ever watched the whole movie. What was it, Field of Dreams, where some guy said, "Build it and they will come." You know, sometimes I think about that. Maybe they'll come. I don't know. Maybe they won't. But anyway, I know that that's there. That all this stuff, it's not actually meant to be done by one person and then left. I also think, I'll say about that in a minute. I also think sometimes about the quote from Shakespeare, Henry V, before that battle where they're greatly outnumbered, and Henry V says to his men, "The fewer men, the greater share of honor," as they're going in to meet their death, probably. Yeah, well, it also, you might turn into that, the greater share of blame or the greater share of shame. If what I am doing or have done in effect is to make an enormous mess that somebody has to clean up, you know, my comfort there is actually pallets are flammable. And I'm building fireplaces big enough where whole pallets can be burnt. So there's a heating supply for a year or more out there. What was that? I was going to say something else about that. Oh, and then you know, there's always you can have a sale, an auction, and an awful lot of the stuff I have would make an unbelievable auction. Now back to the black screen. I'm going to come back to this now, but the black screen, I noticed in, I think it was number 4, my screen, my talking keeps going on, but the screen goes black. I don't know why. Maybe it's a sign that my camera's beginning to fail. I don't know, but it goes away. So sorry about that. Now, back to this as an example of my being almost entirely alone. Through negligence, yesterday, the gate was left open, and you know, not thinking about the fact that I have a horse, and the horse, sure enough, went down the lane, down the road to the neighbors. It's not the first time he's done that. And when I went to feed, I realized what had happened, and had to go down and find where he was first, and where she was first, and then sort it out, because she had gotten into the field with 2 ponies and 2 donkeys, and I was by myself, and I had to get them sorted out and get her, and somehow get her out without letting the others out. You know, it's a little complicated, and I had lots of reason to be annoyed at that, I suppose. But that's just kind of the way it is. But good came of it, which is why really I'm telling you about this. I walked her home. I left my pickup truck down there, and then I walked her home. And you know, it's not every day that I go for a walk with my horse. I led her home. And as I was coming down the road, I was struck by the view of the Camp Ranch campus of Frank's School from down there, which I forget about a lot of the time, because I always pull out the lane and go to the left up over the hill, and the neighbor is down the lane and to the right, and so I'm walking along there, and you know, I was struck by, oh, that's pretty in a way. So I'm going to close this effort out by, after I feed the animals this morning, I'm going to get down there with the camera, and I'm going to do one more business of filming outside. I cut it short, I think it was yesterday, because it was just so cold, and I didn't want to go up into the woods. Ouch, ouch. But I'm going to go down and do that. So that was the good that came of it. I think you'll see a more pleasant view of what's going on here. All right, bye for now.